What is up, bros, bears, moms, mommies, and everything in between? As always, this is Patrick, full primal power, your mom's favorite powerlifter. Welcome back to another training video where we recap a training day as we prepare for the 2025 PLU Power Surge in Chicago, Illinois on September 13th, 2025. It is mid-May, and we got ourselves 2 training days to recap today. First training day was squats. Second training day was my first accessory day. So this training week was a little weird because I ended up going to the gym more times than I usually do in a week. Normally it's I go to the gym 4 days, 2 days rest day, 2 days, 2 rest days, and that equals 7 days. But life got a little schnazzed up, and the way that we trained this week was a little different. So we squatted. First training day we're going over is squat day. So this is the last squat day before my next deload. So when I dislocated my rib a couple months back, I was trying to walk out 550 pounds on squats, and even just walking out, my rib decided to GTFO and yeet itself out of existence. Didn't even squat. It was not a good time. Did not feel very good. I was still squatting in heels, and I was getting frustrated programming myself. And I am so grateful, so thankful. I've got a group of homies around me who are well experienced and know what they're doing. They care for me, and they're unbiased and don't let me take shortcuts and things. So my buddy Shane Haller gave me a squat progression that this was the last week of that. All he did was give me 3 blocks worth of squat weights, reps, and sets. That's it. And the rest of training was up to me, whatever I want to focus on for my weaknesses, my strengths, and everything else. That was for me. So last week we squatted 640 for sets of 4. I don't remember if it was 3 or 4 sets of 4, but the last 2 weeks of the squat progression that Shane gave me, it was supposed to be 4x4, 635. We did that with 640. And then this week was supposed to be 4x3, 645. But having already split the difference there, last week we decided to kind of do something a little different, because once we took the heels off in training for our squats, everything got better. Everything got way easier, and I needed a little bit more oomph in my stimulus. So this was the second time in the blocks. The week before my last deload, I did a little bit. I went for a new 8-rep max, and I was like, cool. So this time I loaded up 672.5 on the bar. Last time I went super heavy for triples, it was 715 for 1 set of 3 after a couple ascending triples. I think it went like 600, 650, 715 or something like that. Something weird, because I had been struggling with, it was almost like a mental injury from the American Pro and my failed Arnold Classic Animal Cage prep. So we loaded up 672.5 today, and the gym owner at Oasis, Alec, he was walking around getting ready to expand the gym because the gym was way more successful, way faster than he anticipated, and mostly because he actually cares about the gym. And it's growing, and it's a very positive atmosphere, and I haven't seen any drama at the gym, which is really nice, because, powerlifting, SBD, squat bench drama. But he was walking around, and he was like, what you got on the bar today? Because like the second heaviest lift in the gym outside of me is a 644 deadlift. And I was like, 672. I'm not sure if I want to do like a 4x3, 3x3, or if I want to do 10 reps in as few sets as possible, because doing 12 reps versus 10 reps as few sets as possible gives you, the 10 reps might give you a better stimulus than the 3x3 because you're going to push yourself to straining. And if you are RPE boys out there, anything less than an RPE 9 is not really going to give you much of a stimulus, especially, I mean, RPE is that's an entirely different video where I can drill into why RPE is a flawed system. But yeah, you really want to be able to strain in your training because that's going to cause your body to require an adaptation to stimulus. So he was like, 10 sounds fun. He used the word fun when describing doing 10 reps at 672.5. That was the thing he actually said. And I was like, okay. So I got under the bar and I ended up getting 10 reps in 2 sets. So as few sets as possible. The first set was 6 reps, which, looking back at my Instagram, because that's what I use Instagram for, is almost like a ledger of my PRs and stuff. I discovered that was a new 6-rep PR. In reps, my 6-rep PR is 800 pounds, but in sleeves, 650 is my 5-rep PR. So I did 6 reps with 672. That is way over 25 pound ish PR. Phenomenal. And then life got in the way. I had to leave the gym, and then I went back to the gym the next day, and we did 3x3 sumo with 2 reds and a green. Sumo is the absolute best accessory movement for your conventional deadlift. If you're not pulling both ways in your training, emphasize one. Sumo is the best accessory for conventional. Conventional is the best accessory for sumo. So regardless of how you pull, you should be pulling both ways. And then we also threw in our accessories from the day before, our squat day, and we emphasized a lower body day. So we did leg extension, leg curls, and I think I did good girl, bad girl, superset. I don't remember if I did some back movement or not, but we definitely did some. No, we didn't do core. Did we? I don't remember. But all in all, it was a really, really good training week. And I have one more training day left. So I reorganized my training and I emphasized lower body today or last night, and I'm emphasizing upper body today. So not really doing any compound movements today or last night or today, but really emphasizing the movements that are going to support my growth and progress as much as possible. It's almost like having 2 accessory days in a single week, which I mean, it's pretty cool. There's a whole idea of approaching accessories like stretching under a load. Doing that with all your accessories, not good. You end up getting weak. You get really flexible. Flexibility does not directly mean strong. It means you are recoverable and less likely for injury. But you also want to train explosiveness and heaviness. My last coach had me doing a lot of stuff that was stretching under a load, really doing slow, methodical things, doing a lot of hypertrophy in my accessories. You need some hyperplasia as well in your training to not only build up your CNS so that when you get on the platform, you're not getting smacked in the face by everything that's going on, because that will reduce your confidence and you'll be weaker because you're less confident. You want some confidence. I don't want to say you want to ego lift, but you shouldn't have a small... You don't want to be arrogant. You don't want to be ego lifting. You don't want to get yourself injured, but you want to be as strong as possible. And the way that you build up your confidence is going to directly affect the way that you perform on the platform. So if you go into a meet super confident because you've been lifting heavy all the time, that's a better way to train. But you also need some stretching under load, some hyperplasia work where you're doing that explosive work. So we are changing the way we are approaching accessories. But that was my quick 10-minute little recap of the past 2 training days. Squat day, we did 10 reps, as few sets as possible with 672.5. That was an accidental misload. I wanted 300 kilos, and then I forgot that I had the 2.5 kilo collars on there too. So, oops. But yeah. good training day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Patty out.